Welcome back to another episode of Lego Star Wars: The Video Game. In the last episode, uh we defeated General Grievous and escaped the planet of the Wookiees. And in this episode, we're gonna do the final two levels in Revenge of the Sith. So let's get to it. All right. So Chapter 5 is called Ruin of the Jedi, and this is a very interesting level in particular that I'm gonna mention it once we get to control our characters. All right, so this level is actually interesting because not only do you because okay, actually I'm just making matters more difficult. This level is very interesting in particular because this is actually the deleted scene from the early concept of Revenge of the Sith, which is honestly which you can tell at this point that yes, this is an early version of the movie that they were given when they were developing the game. Now we get here a new enemy that's unique to this level, like how the Magna Guards were for in Lego. Well, not in Lego, no. In the second level of episode 3, and those are the disguised clone troopers. And yes, originally this level was intended to for Revenge of the Sith with all the concept of the disguised clone troopers, and then the final scene of the level that was also cut out from it, which says a lot about what happened uh, about this game in particular, and its release time being 2 months before Revenge of the Sith and move in theaters. So now that we build this platform, we're not able to get that. So I think we have to use another character for that, which is Jar Jar. Now in Complete Saga, interacting with these objects, oh sorry, with the debris, it actually grants you a ton of stars that are scattered across the level, and that can drag on the runtime by a long unnecessarily because of that. Especially for me, since I tend to get every single star that's in a level for every Lego game. That's I should specify. So his bombs are not gonna kill us at all, which is nice. So there really isn't anything in particular about this that we have to worry about. I don't know why I did that in the first place, but it's not complete saga. It's original game. So we have to use the force and destroy this gate so that we can get inside the Jedi Temple. Now, in this version, they give you a ton of studs by destroying that. Alright, so now that we're inside the Jedi Temple, then we get to focus on getting to our destination. And then we have studs here that are scattered around the level, so we probably don't want to aggro those clone troopers that are ahead of us. Meanwhile, okay, that now that we aggro them. And also get hit in process because you're not invincible when striking. Alright, so now that we've defeated those, we can also uh do more stuff here. Alright, so there's also a unique enemy to this level, and unlike the other enemies that we have seen, spoiler alert, all the others are also playable characters that you get to unlock in the shop. from from Dexter's Diner. This enemies are called the training drones, are exclusive to this level, and you only get to see those in that this room in particular. Is also it's actually locked in Complete Saga because it requires a stormtrooper panel that you get to interact with. Now, of course, front stormtroopers weren't even a thing here, and there was no such thing as a clone trooper panel until way later, until Lego Star Wars 3. So they have your little eating place. They have pizza, they have drinks, they have all that. And to interact with the force, we can get more studs, which it's not that bad since it adds up to the total for true Jedi, and we're only missing two of them to unlock the bonus level. Now we're done with this room. Let's continue on and see what's ahead of us. Alright, so I got a blue stud from that, which is surprising. Now we have to use the force in this, and okay, we actually have enemies along the way, so we need to get rid of them because they're gonna be a nuisance, and that way is gonna be uh progress of the level. However, we're gonna be taking a detour so that we get to another mini kit, and this does not do anything. Complete Saga actually gets you studs from that. So no, not that important anyway. And we have here another point that we have to jump and get ourselves another mini kit. Now this room was actually you actually also get to have access in Complete Saga, so it remains unchanged like the other room that we were before. Now there is also not a transition screen from that, which is interesting. So we get to pile up these chairs to form up a tower and get another mini kit from that, like this. And now we get to proceed with the main part of, sorry, not the main part, with the main route of the level, which is over here. And so what we have to do is for the Jedi's to activate this switches so that it can open the door. Now here we're gonna get ambushed by clone troopers, so we have to take care of them, or else they'll accumulate, and that can be a pain to deal with if we don't bother with them now and then do it later. Now, of course, in the speed run, then that's probably not a huge deal since at the end of the day, you just want to beat every level as possible. That's assuming if you're, but also it depends on the speedrun category that you're doing. And also we got True Jedi, which wasn't a struggle like on the Duke or the Grievous levels that we barely got that. So we almost died from them, which I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, but you're not immune as well for when you're doing it as Lamb. It isn't anything here than this thing for us to destroy and get even more studs. So on the left part over here, there's gonna be these three segments that are gonna be blocked by uh, barriers that we cannot get access to until we get to play in free play. Sorry, until we get to do free play, and we go to this, and then these free sections are available for us because this actually opens up the little door that's on the center of this room. So we have to do this, drag out these panels that they not these platforms that done by twice. Fortunately, we're not able to get that mini kit because it requires us to use Jar Jar and a character with a high jump. Because believe it or not, Jar Jar is not the only character in this game who has a high jump. So yeah, and that ruins the whole purpose. So in this, there's a variety here, and we have to activate a switch so that it removes the barrier from that lever, and then we make ourselves over here. And this one is different because they now at it on the opposite sides and also on top. Now, fortunately for this one, we actually get to use those to get on top of that and get ourselves another mini kit, which is not that bad. Now we also need a character with a high jump to get to that platform so that we get to the other part of to this part of the room. So yes, and now here we get ambushed by enemies, so we have to take care of them. And there is one more thing that I need to do if I remember correctly. Did okay in complete saga is actually a metal barrier over here that you need to destroy with a bounty hunter, and this acts and this gives you a minigame. But since not complete saga, then it's not there. So there really isn't anything to do here, and we activate this to create a hologram, and marking the end of the level. And Anakin's the bad guy, yes. So let's move on with the final level of Revenge of the Sith. And in this game, and not really because the final level is the bonus level. So yes, Chapter 6, Darth Vader. Spoiler alert, because it's not named Anakin. And though, yet another spoiler alert, you need to fight Anakin, but in a very unique way, actually. So right now on the planet of Mustafar, and our first objective is to run away from the floor, and as you can see, we ended up dying in the process because I wasn't paying attention. So like the and there's a mini kit over here. So now we get to the second part of the level, and this is actually very unique since there's a timer that we have to worry about, and if it gets to zero, then a big explosion is going to occur, and it's gonna end it up and killing the both of us in the process. I say that, oh my god, why you say that Anakin is the boss of this level, even though you get to play as him? And yes, that's the interesting part about this level because you actually, at one point in the level, you actually get to fight the second player, which is a unique feature about this level. And the amount of different possibilities that you can get while doing free play. Now, this room in particular, we cannot access to because we need an astromech droid. And Arthur is currently with Padme while we get to fight Anakin. So we have four mini kits now that we got easily from this room, and we also got through Jedi as well, without any effort in particular. Now, I think the music that plays here from original trilogy is actually also from the final battle in Return of the Jedi. So that's interesting. So I really using anything that I get to destroy here, and we have to leave this room before the countdown goes to zero. Have to remove these pillars and be quick enough because we have little time yet. Let's see if we can manage to clutch it out. If Anakin wants to cooperate with us, because knowing him, he won't, as he has a grudge against us. It's very funny how the cutscenes are just making it so that Obi-Wan and Anakin are just fighting. But in reality, we're just escaping from the falling, from the uh, getting destroyed by the planet itself. And oh my god, okay, I almost died in the process. That was a close call. But I guess they probably want to fight us in peace since there really isn't a proper place that we can get to fight. And we coming along with another cutscene. Can we get to fight here, or do we have to like how much difficulty? But no, this is actually the final part of the level. On the Wii version, this actually is almost very impossible to do the platforming and the brightness of the Wii has. Also, like I guess everyone just ended up lifting him to heaven. All right, so we make ourselves over there on the right side. We got ourselves a mini kit, and over here we also got ourselves a mini kit. So there really isn't anything for us to do here than to get on this platform. Now, don't have to do anything here other than to wait for it to fall down entirely, so that you get to the other side that's over here, like that, and we wait for Anakin. And here is the final part of the level, which is a boss fight against player two, and he's attacking way faster. Okay, so we ended up dying in the process. That's very weird. Like that, I don't know what happened. So yeah, this is a cutscene in particular. If you don't manage to beat Anakin, now if you do manage to beat Anakin, you actually don't get to that cutscene, which is very interesting. So yes, episode 3 has been completed, and we unlocked episode 4 because we got all the super kit pieces, and we also got a mini kit from that. So let's conclude with the story then. Alright, so that is the end of story mode, and we have to skip this because fuck me, I guess. There you go. All the episodes have been completed, but not on their entirely. Not in their entirety. So yeah, that is gonna be the end of the main campaign. Also get to do this, which is the bonus level, but we're not gonna do it right now since we need to do other stuff before that, and that's free play and get and go again to all the levels that are in the game to get all the mini kits. That way we can get to unlock what's remaining of the game as well as the bonus level. So yeah, on the next episode, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go through all the levels in the Phantom Menace and get all of the mini kits. So that's gonna be fun. But it's not but I, it's not gonna take as long as how it took me to beat all those levels since I'm not gonna collect any of the studs along the way. And we don't have to worry about either cutscenes or the vehicle levels since all of those are completed to its entirety in all the free episodes. So yeah, see you guys then and take care.